Righto, 4 o'clock. Oh, hey. Oh. Right, back little 4 o'clock rock. We're going to be seeing now what goes on up in. Let me just shut that door a minute. Oh, it's been raining down here in Kent, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, it's been raining. Nice to see you all. We've got 7 in, so yeah, we're going to be going back and tuning in and seeing what's happening up in London in a second. So. Yeah, all is good. It's fantastic, isn't it, seeing the country come together? Everyone come together, all the people come together. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I'm so excited that people finally are like, we need to get this shown around. Hush, hush. UK media says, hi, Dave. Media keeping hush, hush with London. But talking about, yeah, well, the media is the media, isn't it? The media is a bit of a devil, really. They've certainly turned against us, the people, and they certainly don't give us any form of truth, none at all. So, as always, we take matters into our own hands, and thankfully, people, my goodness, they have so migrated from mainstream media to other avenues. There's a newspaper out called The Light. There's a new paper out called The Light. I'm going to try and find that, actually. Let's have a quick look, see if I can find The Light newspaper. Give them a plug. Let's just have a quick look. So, yeah, there's a new newspaper out called The Light. It's right, we're going to give that a plug in a second. We'll do a bit of screen sharing. Let's start some screen sharing. Thanks for tuning back in. Kicking off in Germany, yeah, I don't doubt that. As in what? The people are all kicking off. Good for them. We are, when we say enough is enough, that's it. It's enough. All right? That's the end of it. That's what we are. We should say enough is enough. We really, really should. So, this is the web page. I'll wait for a few of you all to pop in. Hopefully that's not blocking me much. And we're going to talk about that before we distribute into any major. Piers Corbyn, best damn paper I've ever read. I've never read such an inflammatory, disgusting paper in all my life. Oh, it's inflammatory, is it? Andrew Turner. So this is the new newspaper, people funded, all right? So we've got to give this a bit of a plug, bit of a shout out. He who controls the media controls the minds. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're in the world that we seem to think we live in because of what the media and our education has taught us to believe. And it's very hard to snap out of that. Believe you me, it is really quite a tough gig to snap out of that. Make no mistake about it, it really is. Okay, so, but because people are now navigating and migrating from mainstream and coming over to different avenues, it's a blessing. I'm absolutely. I'm going to have to put this phone up there so I can see what you lot can see. So, the vaccine causes mass NHS worker sickness. 10 steps to mass mind control. Who the policing bill is for. Green agenda undermines energy security. Truth pursuits. China's Belt and Road. Ivermectin is sugar, a chemical weapon. Ivermectin. I can't even say the word. My goodness. Let's have a little zoom in on this. This is great. You know, you've got to get behind things like this. You really have. If the truth is to prevail, we've got to support and sponsor this kind of publication where the truth is spoken about. You can download it. Let's see whether it'll download. I'm pretty sure you'll be able to download it for free. Here we go. So you can download the newspaper for free. Let's have a quick look, see what's going on here. Let's see what the Light newspaper is all talking about. Let's just have a little zoom in, because I am half blind. No, I'm not half blind, but my eyes ain't what they used to be. Fruits, let me tell you. Let's. Why has that all disappeared over there? Oh well, hang on. What pandemic? I can't really read that. Here we go. The charade is over. As these graphics show, the world has been subject to an elaborate marketing scheme perpetrated by billionaires, drug companies, NGOs like the World Health Organization. Greedy salesmen posted as elected representatives and all their mandarins, officers and lackeys just following orders, too scared for their jobs to actually protect the people in their care and do their duty that they believe they were once signed up for. Millions know the truth. They've done their own research and learned, obviously, evidence, deceptions about the COVID-19 pandemic, such as a lack of annual death spike shown here on the left. But many still feel pressurized by social engineering and communitarian virtual signaling to accept that the genuine long-term health of the nation, especially our children, is far more important than personal short-term considerations. Dozens of health workers, police and others have wanted to whistle blow to the light, but are too afraid for their jobs to be named. This should speak volumes in itself as to exactly the kind of regime we are already living under. However, there have been many doctors, lawyers, ex-pharma executives and vaccine developers calling out the world government and their supranational powers that appear to be controlling them, revealed as a coordinated mass deception to push the genetic therapy injections being sold as vaccines and increasing compliance to bizarre cult-like instructions. That's how I see it. And here we have some other stuff. 10 Steps to Mind Control. What a fantastic newspaper. All the followers, not passive in tyranny studies. Here we see there on the left, UK News. Who is the policing bill really aimed at? Get up, stand up in the park. Is there already a world government? Of course. I know my rights, but do you really? Green agenda undermines energy security. Why does anyone trust these people? Dr. Vernon Coleman. I mean, what a legend Dr. Vernon Coleman is, ladies and gentlemen. I'd give him a round of applause all day. And I would even give him a kiss if I ever got near him. I really would. Sadiq Khan serves billionaires, not Londoners. Ain't that the truth? Look at him. He is. You can just tell in his eyes, can't you? He's just not wired upright. And oh look, we got a bit of Trivial Pursuit here. Oh, Truth Pursuit. So you could do a bit of truth pursuing, ladies and gentlemen, if you like a nice little crossword or stuff. Hi from two non-magnets. Loved you, Nazcam and Steve Lancashire. Hello, sweetheart. How are you? Carlos. Oh, you always have a look. Awake and well. Thank you to see you again, Jackie Jones. Right, we're going to get into some nuts and bolts in a sec, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go and find some live streams from London taking place right now. And the reason I'm doing this for you today is so that for those of you that can't get to London and all these other venues to show your support, then we can cover some aspects of the day and that you can tune back in at any point and watch the greatness unfolding. Oi, oi, Savaloy, Dave, Carlos, Sonia Ballard, Scott, lovely to see you, darling. Search for truth. Thanks for your beautiful comments, man. Thanks for your beautiful comments. Right, so we're going to go back into my Facebook page now, and we are going to see if there is anybody out there that's streaming live feeds as we speak. So just bear with us. Let's go back to my own page. This will be probably a little bit slow. What paper is that, Dave? It's called the Light paper. It's called, let me go back, I'll show you. just for you, Carlos, because I love you. It's called The Light. Okay, so here you've got publications. You can latest issue, back issues. You can subscribe, monthly subscriptions, downloads, distribute. You can distribute it if you want to. You can get in touch with them, buy 10 copies for a tenner. That's 10 quid. You can dish them out if that's what you want to do. Get the word out. Personally, it's up to you. Your choice. You can contribute. You can advertise in The Light, and you can donate if you wish. Fantastic. What a beautiful time to be alive, where people are now finally realising what they've got to do. I don't think this is London, so I'm going to do, if I can, I'm going to do London first. The shithole called London, bless it. That we're all supposed to be proud of. No, I am proud of my you know, I am a Londoner. I was born and bred in London, and that's just how it is. Oh, hang on, he was live. Let's go. I want to find one live right this second, if I can find one. Let's. Someone's going to pop up, isn't they? This is taking its time to load up, to be fair. Nice to see you all. Carlos, cheers, Dave. You're welcome, darling. Absolutely welcome. Ant Masters, he was live. Let me go back again, see. Cool, that looks busy. Let's just have a quick look at what's going on Ant's thing. I think we've already seen this. Look at that, beautiful sight. Oh, they've gone to the BBC, haven't they? They've gone up to the B. They've gone up and see Auntie. It looks like Auntie's getting a bit of a bashing today. Yeah, it's BBC today, wasn't it? It was the BBC that were getting it today. The British Brainwashing Corporation. Yeah, look, everyone's getting it now, aren't they? They're getting it now. So, of course, all these people there today, they're all conspiracy nut jobs, aren't they? As the multimedia would make them out to be. But I just see beautiful souls. I see good people up there wanting to stand up there and protect their kids and stop all the child abuse. And yeah, it's honestly, ladies and gentlemen, you got no idea. This year, 2021, is going to be a year for change, and it's going to be fantastic. Light Paper is supported by a great radio station called Cornwall Freedom Radio. Fantastic search for truth. Thank you for that input there. So yeah, it's coming from down south, my love, where they make Rodders cream. Can't be a bit of exotic cream on your scone, can you? What is it, jam first or cream first? One of them's the heathen way, isn't it? I think it's jam first and then cream. I think you're considered to be a bit of a heathen from down that way. That statue needs written down. Well, funnily enough, we can talk about that. Outside the BBC is a statue that was designed by a stonemason and an artist. And when the world realised that this stonemason was sponsoring paedophilia and showing graphic signs of child abuse, around the world they smashed them up. They got rid of them. But the BBC went, nah, it's all right. Just leave our one there. It's all good. We like it. So we know what the BBC have been up to. You've only got to look at the history. Jimmy Savile, all the other stuff. It is deplorable what the BBC get up to. And their mysterious detector vans. I've never seen one in my life. Never, ever have I seen Auntie's detector van anywhere. Never seen it. So when the BBC, and they never have in the 10 years that I told them to F off and jog on, never been round my house. Yeah, never been here. Never, ever been. I told them to stay away. And I told them if we send anybody round, I'll probably give them a good dig. How's about some of that? Because you tell them, you warn them. Can't say they didn't have fair warning, can you? You know, Bob's your uncle. So yeah, I stopped dealing with the British Buggering Corporation many years ago. I decided to say no, thank you to your sponsorships and your mind control. And yeah, I'm very glad that I did. There's over 3 million households in this country now that say no to all that malarkey. I'm telling you, peeps, we're in very exciting times. And I couldn't agree more, Carlos. The statue needs pulling down. Ashley Shah Wright says this is happening today in London. It's fantastic. So it does look as though the main focus of the turnout today in London, which is fantastic, is to do, I would suspect, to do with the British broadcasting, the British brainwashing corporation. Let's see if we can find any more live streams as we speak, hot off the press. It won't be too long before we find a few. There's going to be hello, Jinder Singh. You can come on my. You can come into my thing. Yeah, of course you can, love. New friend. We like new friends requests. Yeah, if anyone wants to join me on this profile, it's Dave Witchert, WITCHERT. Yeah. Let's go down and see if we can find any more live streams that are going on right now. Do you know, guys, we have to rebuild this country. I know it sounds a bit crazy and a bit wacky, and people think, what is he talking about? Rebuild it. We have to. She's so absolutely spot on. Let's listen to her. Let's see what she's got to say.
Down our throats. Stop using your platforms to install fear. The lack of respect for people that choose to not be an experiment or choose to not smother themselves with a face diaper coming from people that promote my body, my choice is astounding. If I had to choose between getting the shot and jumping out of a plane without a parachute, I'd say gas that plane up, baby. No one is telling you you can't mask up. No one is telling you you can't get the Fauci out. So stop demanding me to. If you're still scared, stay 6 feet away. Life's too short to live my life the way you want me to in order to make you feel comfortable. It's been over a year. I'm not responsible for your fears. Amen. I'm going to trust my immune system and allow my body to do its job while you stuff your face with free donuts for getting a shot in order to be healthy. Amen. That sounds like a bigger issue. I'm tired of being lectured about.
Yeah, I'll talk about that in a sec, Jesus Jones, about the magnets.
And it's not my job to keep you healthy. Stay out of my business.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Princess. She's a pretty young lady, isn't she? The magnet business, funny enough, there's a hashtag fridge magnet thing flying around. And James Green, where are you, son? No, he's not there. What a lot of people are saying is that it could be like from the MMR. We know a lot of these. Here we go. Annie Sullivan. This is BBC. This is BBC today. Yeah, it could be the MMR. We know that all these vaccines have mercury in them and they're metals, aren't they? So no wonder magnets stick to us, because we are very magnetic people. Why is this not going bigger? Yeah, so this is obviously targeted at the BBC today. They've been getting away with murder for years, the BBC. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's 4:15, Saturday, the 15th. I do believe it is the 15th of May. This is London right now. Lots of people from all walks of life turning up to the BBC to show them their utter contempt for what they get up to. Obviously, we've got Lawrence Fox as well. Lawrence Fox, the actor, he's started up his own political party, and I wish Lawrence all the best for his future endeavours. I am on a radio show tomorrow with Cedric Edwards and two others on the OBG show. So if you fancy coming and tuning into that, I will share the link on my Facebook page, and it'd be good to see you all. That's tomorrow night, 9 o'clock I believe. Yeah, Zevi Zirkon makes a very valid point here about what about the shedding of the spike protein from the vaccinated people. And he's got a very valid point there, we're seeing whistleblowers in the National Health Service and doing all sorts, saying that, this is there's a lot of people dying now because of the stuff that they've been getting up to. I know personally, lots of people have come and shared testimonies with me that say, look, this just shows you, right, that this is. Let me see if I can get this bigger. Let me see if I can get this bigger. Oh! This is, look at the police surrounding the BBC. See, this is why government and the BBC are all one big thing. There's the statue there. Did you see the statue outside it? What a disgusting piece of crap that is. All about paedophilia. It's disgusting. We've got to protect the children, ladies and gentlemen. We really do have to. But see, the police, government have told them to get out and secure it. Why? Because they're part of the same machine, ladies and gentlemen. They really are. But I think the police are feeling it today. Yeah, look at loads of people here. Look, he's got his shorts on. This lad, look, he must be hardcore. He's got his shorts on. He's got his shorts on. Yeah, it's beautiful seeing people waking up. It really is fantastic. I'm so excited. I just want what's good for you all and for all of us. You know, I want us to be able to sleep at night without worrying about the police coming round and nicking our kids, taking our houses, taking our cars. What's that all about? I don't understand it. We've got political Zionists ruling us, and they only rule a person, which is a fiction in any case. It's a joke. Absolute joke. Yeah, this is beautiful to see, man. Absolutely beautiful. My friend Nikita Dyer, she's up there today with her mum and Andrew Dowing. Yeah, God bless them all. They're out there. They've turned out today. Save our children. Yeah, save our children. Bless you. And I was going to go, but I figured that I'd spend a bit of a day here today, bringing this to your live broadcast from various different outlets, so that you at home that can't be there can actually see what's going on, and we're at a point now where people are saying, enough is enough. If this isn't a mass awakening, then my name's Charlie Chaplin. It really is ramping up to be something quite beautiful. And every single individual that's there today, I guarantee you, are only there for one thing: for peace and love, and to make sure that the kids can grow up freely, like we all grew up freely, like my ancestors protected me and my rights. What a beautiful, beautiful moving video that was there from Annie O'Sullivan. Let's go back and see if we can find anyone else that's live streaming right now. Let me just shut that down. Right, so that was Annie Williams, who's done some fantastic streams today. I'm not going to touch on the Dolores Cahill. What a woman she is. Look, just take 30 seconds out. Let's give Dolores Cahill a nice round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. What a woman! What a patriot! What a beautiful, beautiful soul she is, man. She's just absolutely amazing. Putting others before her own individual safety. We are on our way, better late than never. Well, we've seen you up there today, Kate, so we know you're there and you are live streaming right now. Let's go. I think this could be Newcastle. Let's go and see our gorgeous Angie New, who is reporting for us up there, up round the Toon, I do believe that is the studios. Someone can tell me.
Media City, UK. How bad it is. Pedophile heaven. How many pedos?
See, look, this isn't just London. This is everywhere, and it's beautiful.
Mr. Tumble, dressed in drag. Freedom!
And it does, they are trying to make us force feed their agenda.
Take your freedom.
They really are. Look, I've got no issue with someone if they're gay, whether they want to dress up in women's clothes. Knock yourself out. But the point is this: why are we forcing the doctrines? If it's just natural, then let it happen naturally. But we're all being forced into these situations, and it's being foisted upon us, which is just wrong. And it's just wrong. It's wrong. I don't discriminate against anybody. People are people. That's just how it is. So I do believe this is Newcastle. Manchester, Newcastle. If anyone can tell me roughly where this is in the country, I'm once I go south of the river, Dartford Tunnel, I'm lost. But it does seem as though it's the BBC that's being targeted today, and long may it continue. You know, we've all had enough, haven't we? Let's be honest. Look. And I'm pretty sure all these people there today would probably rather be at home doing their gardens, or, you know, making a nice fruit pie. But they're all coming together. This is the point, ladies and gentlemen. They're all coming together now because they know that things need to change. So this stream is coming from Angie New. She's a very strong patriot up north of the country. And she don't take a lot of nonsense, and I love her for it as well. I really do. Yes, she's on it, isn't she?
Yes!
Beautiful, isn't it? Look at all these beautiful people. It's not a very nice day either, but they're all turned out. So I'm not too sure what part of the country this is in. I would say Newcastle, Manchester. Up that way somewhere. Oh, it could be Liverpool. It could be at Liverpool. It could be on the Mersey. Oh, hello. We've got the big A word out. Up your what? Up your chuff. Up your chuff. I say, sir. I say. Beautiful. Oh, they're all happy people. Look, yes. Beautiful. Isn't it lovely seeing all these people turn out?
Executive officers are looking at us today. You can hear us in there, the BBC, and all paedophiles, and we want you out.
Yes, good for you.
We've had enough of our children being abused, and use are the start of it. The system was condemned in 1953. You pushed forward, but that system didn't yet, should be condemned again.
Bosh, look. Hey, ain't that the truth right there? What a woman.
I put the camera away, guys. If anything kicks off, I'll bring it.
Right, so yeah, that's live streaming now from I would say Liverpool, Manchester way. Yeah, let's just we'll go back to the light again while that's loading. I just want to give this a plug again. Let's go back down to we'll go to the latest issue. We'll see what the latest issue is talking about. Here we go. So we've got Gates tops virologist Maxine threatening humanity. The new abnormal 1 year on. This was issued. We'll have a quick look at this. Issued on the 7th of March 2001. Let's have a quick look. So yeah, if you go to this site called The Light, you just click on download on whatever device you're using, and it will bring you straight in beautifully into the PDF file. So you can get all your latest news and information around the country, and also as well the UK column. Brian Gerrish, Mike Robinson, absolutely fabulous what they've been doing for a long time. And the thing with Mike Robinson and Brian Gerrish is there's no turning them off. There's no off button with us, because we're a constant, and we're getting bigger and we're getting louder, and it's beautiful to see, and we're all coming along for the ride together, ladies and gentlemen. So this is by Andrew Baird, Darren Smith, Lisa Mahone, and Martin Bentley. On the 19th of March 2020, UK government declared that COVID-19 was no longer considered to be a high consequence infectious disease. Now, I just wonder, right? Look at the people that are suffering here. Look at them, look, being boshed over the head by these so-called people in uniform. For what? Here we have on the right people sitting in their sheep pens. That's the only way I can describe it. It's like watching sheep pens. It's like you're booking a sheep pen to go and watch some musicians on a stage. Now, don't get me wrong. I love music. I love all that stuff. But really, we're being herded. 1 year later, we're still living under the most draconian measures ever imposed on a supposedly free and democratic country. Freedom of speech is on the life support machine. Critical thinking appears to be in an induced coma, and real objective journalism is the mainstream media in this country is now dead. Never in our history of which experienced and elected government which has imposed such heavy-handed, authoritarian and complete disproportionate measures on our society for a disease that statistically has a 99.7% survival rate. There is currently no evidence to show that asymptomatic carriers spread the issue, which appears to have not impacted on healthy children at all, despite incessant government propaganda to the contrary, using fear and behavioural modification techniques to nudge the minds of the general public away from the truth. The people have now been psychologically conditioned to believe that they aren't free, but instead prisoners who only allowed rights and privileges. We've seen from the Johnson regime many utterly false projection fears and wired through the media. It's just a joke, ladies and gentlemen. It really, really is. And where do sheep end up? Exactly, Bonnie Bank. Where do sheep end up? You know it. It makes sense. You're right here. You're right now. Thanks for tuning in. The worldwide vaccine push has gone into overdrive, and now they're coming for our children. Parents in England are encouraged to enter their children into a clinical trial for the COVID-19 vaccine. 300 children aged from 6 upwards will be recruited, to whom 240 will receive the experimental doses and a 60 comparator meningitis vaccine. They love jabbing us. They love the jab. They love the jab. The abnormal 1 year on. Then his statement on the 23rd of March said, we will immediately close all shops selling non-essential goods. What is non-essential? Including clothing, electronic stores. And then that bothered me, right? That really bothered me when I see Asda, you know, that place where you tap your back pocket because you think you've saved yourself a few quid. And food is overly extraordinarily priced at the moment. Why? Because we've allowed a certain thing called government to be able to control all of our food stream from all of our suppliers. Now they're just quantifying it and smashing the granny out of it. But Asda's, instead of taking out the things that they weren't allowed to sell, they put them on display and they put barriers up and put plastic screens in front, and it was like, peasants, this stuff's here, but you can't have it. And I find that extremely dangerous. We will look at them again in 3 weeks and relax them if the evidence shows what we were up to. It was never their intention to reopen any of these places. Now, that's the other thing as well. When the powers that so-called be decide that they're going to take something, you're very rarely going to get it back. And that's what you should be more concerned about. But don't forget, their stuff only applies to persons. NHS worker for the truth. Right, so here we've got, this is a story written by Shelley Tasker, ex-NHS. Actually, I might start using this light newspaper, not only to plug it, but to get the truth, because it is a truth newspaper, ladies and gentlemen. And this, you can get these, I think, for £1 each online. If you want to get down there and get online and issue your light newspaper, please feel free to do so. So here we clearly see NHS workers wanting to come out and talk about the truth. There is an urgency in our time which is making us do crazy things in the name of truth. And when someone gives up something so dear to them, there has to be a reason behind it. This time last year, it was the start of something for us, another push for the New World Order, known by many as Agenda 2130 or the Great Reset. But I wasn't on that page. I've been sucked into the propaganda that was fed to us all over our lives via the news. And I was fearful that this was the end. If it wasn't for the fact that I'd worked within local hospitals, then I probably would have continued to believe the fear and that was being pushed upon the world. But I had an insight and nothing measured up to what the public were being told. Within a couple of weeks, the hospitals were getting quieter and quieter. I was doing shifts with practically no patients. The walls were empty and staff were hanging around, waiting for the impact of the deadly V. It didn't arrive. Was it the calm before the storm? Everything we were shown on the news was nothing like what was happening in my reality. And as time went by, I could see that the media had used their power to impact fear and manipulate the masses. I was a healthcare assistant and worked on the bank. for the NHS, our dear NHS, that I had admired for so long that I wore my badge with great pride. This was my dream job, to be part of a system that I thought at the time was an amazing privilege. It was my calling to help others who needed care. This job was flexible, there was always work, and they were crying out for staff. You could call up and say you were free to work a few hours, and they were grateful as hospitals were busting at the seams. On the 29th of April, all members of the bank were sent a text saying that all shifts had been cancelled. At the height of the pandemic, there was no work. I had no work for 3 weeks, and after a month, shifts became available again, but mainly for nursing homes and care for the community. Towards the end of May, the hospital started opening their doors again. I began working my shifts, but it wasn't the same. Wow, this is a brave woman. So clearly you can see we've got a woman here that worked for the National Health. She's now packed it up and she has seen the light and she is whistleblown. She has put down here, I will continue to fight for our rights and children's futures. We all have a voice and we can use it if we want to. Back in the day before mass corporatisation and subsequent corruption taking over the world, community assemblies existed, government by common law principles. Food, cooperatives, healthcare and education are all very much on the agenda of the community's assembly. Imagine that, new health schooling that does not indoctrinate your young ones with the ideology of big business and government-sponsored propaganda, warping their vulnerable minds to create their ideal global citizen of the future. And that is what they're producing. So, yeah, what a fantastic paper this is. Police brutally enforce lockdown rules. Merseyside police beat up a handcuffed man in the name of health and safety. 3 people, including owner Nathan Deshara, were arrested at the Prophecy Performance Centre in Speke, Liverpool, on February the 7th after police found approximately 50 people on the premises. Fines were issued to all gym owners, gym goers. 1 man and woman were charged with false imprisonment and another charged with assaulting a police officer. That's pansy, isn't it? Speaking to the district judge, Nathan said, we were basically manhandled, mauled and abused by Merseyside police. Video evidence of Nathan's claim were circulated wide on social media after he returned to the gym to collect CCTV footage from the attack. It don't take a lot of rocket science to work it out. Employees, know your rights. A story by Niam McGarry Gribbin. Beautiful, beautiful name. In these times of uncertainty regarding job security, it is to be expected that employees who are forced to comply with mask wearing, COVID testing and vaccinations reluctantly and unwillingly to do, it wasn't me, by the way, that was my phone, unwillingly to do so in order to keep their jobs. Many are asking relevant questions on social media in respect of the law and individual rights in aspects of this. According to ACAS Advisory, Conciliation and Arbitrary Services, no employee can force an employee to have a medical test or vaccination. It violates individual rights and autonomy over your body, your own body. However, an employee can implement company policy regarding masks, COVID test and vaccination if an employee contravenes this and is consequently subjected to disciplinary proceedings. So, yeah, know your rights. Very, very simple. Right, let's jump back and see whether we can find any more live streams popping in from London. Maybe, just maybe, it's all petered off now. Maybe they've ended up at their destination, BBC Nerve Central, and that now all bets are off and they're probably walking around London trying to get home. So to all of you that turned out today and went to London and supported this mission today, God bless you all. Looks like they're holding up the road here. Look, Bosh, fantastic turnout. Fantastic turnout. There is on the 29th of this month going to be another massive turnout in London. There could potentially be a good couple of million people in London. But listen, you know, talk to your friends and families. We need some direction, ladies and gentlemen. We do absolutely need some direction with all of this because it's, like I said before, yes, you can walk around, you can use your loudspeakers and play music, etc., etc. But what is it actually achieving, and that's a big thing for me. What are we achieving by walking around London and using our time and our energy to try and wake people up to what's going on out in the world? And that's all we can do. We can only try. We can't do nothing more than try, ladies and gentlemen. And we have to. We really, really do have to do something. We have to stand up for ourselves as individuals and say, no more, we're not going to tolerate this. Awaken World says MMR caused damage to my son in 1999. It's, we pump so much. The poor little souls, they come into the world right now. And as soon as they've left their mother's waters, they've got needles coming at them from all and sundry. Why? Because these drug companies want to get their payout. They want to, this is what this is all about. I mean, I find it absolutely disgusting. And I wouldn't mind betting that a lot of these ailments, ADHD, Alzheimer's, dementia, where am I? All these things that go on have got to be heavy metal poisoning. Got to be 100%. I mean, I'm no doctor, ladies. I'll have a look for you, but it's got to be. It's got to be from heavy metals, because it's all off the radar now. The big C's off the radar. There's 4 million operations, 5 million operations. I'm hearing 4.8 to be precise. Who knows when these numbers start? It always makes me laugh when all these numbers start flying up about 30 million people was genocided over there and 3 million people over there had to have, whatever. And I think, well, where are they making all these numbers out? Who's plucking these numbers out the sky? But apparently 4.8 million people have not had national health operations. And for me, why are we contributing to that? Why? No one sorts me out if my van sits on the drive and I don't go out doing a bit. That's the world that I live in. I live in the real world. But yeah, this mantra of stay home, slave lives, and protect the NHS, for me, has just been a non-starter from the beginning, because what could have been the NHS's one of its finest hours has not been the case. And I encourage all people that are in the NHS and that, if you've got stories and you want to whistleblow, you whistleblow. You get your truth out there. You must do this. You've got to get your truths out there. Don't hold back, because we're at a time now where holding back is just, it's not working. You've got to get the truth out there, ladies and gentlemen. We all really do have to get the truth out. So I can't find no more live feeds, and my mission today, ladies and gentlemen, was to bring you the live feeds from London. I didn't know what today's plans were. I didn't know what people were going to London for today, in fairness, but it does appear that it was an orchestrated plan up and down around this great, beautiful country, England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and targeting the British Broadcasting Corporation, the mainstream media. And I do believe it is now all over. So I want to thank every single one of you for tuning in, for taking the time out of your days to share, to care, to love, and just to be beautiful people. And long may it continue. I will be back with you soon. Come and join me on the OBG show tomorrow evening. I do believe that's at 9 o'clock. That's on Cedric Edwards' timeline. Cedric's a good man. He's a man living out there in the Mediterranean. He is English. He's an expat. And yeah, thank you, Jesus Jones. You look after yourself, mate. Hope life's treating you well. I really do. To all of you that are tuning in, Bonnie Bank, I can't say as I've seen you on here before, but if you're a new subscriber, mate, well done. Nice to see you. And yeah, have beautiful, beautiful weekends. The sun is now back out. It's been raining most of the afternoon down here in not so sunny Kent. But yeah, well done, everybody that turned out today. Don't forget, go and get yourself on the Light, the newspaper, the Light, and you can read all of their issues that they have on there for free. And if you want to donate, probably a worthy cause, to be fair. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into my StreamYard broadcast this afternoon, and I want to wish you all Many blessings. Have great lives. And yeah, watch this space, because things are getting very, very warm in this country that we live in. Take care now.